Kia ora, no mai haere mai. Welcome to Cowells Stadium here in Aranui, Christchurch, Otatahi, for day 2 of the 2023 New Zealand Wheelchair Rugby Nationals. Game 3 on the programme is Canterbury Chargers in the black and red and black, and the Australian development side in the green and gold. My name is Bevin, Jenkinson of Bev's Broadcasting. Pleasure to have your company for this one. Strap yourselves in and tune in. Referees are Lincoln Stewart and Jenny Jones-Poole. Starting with a tip-off here, first period. 4 periods of 8 minutes and one there early by Mike Todd. And Alice Sablerjack with an early puncture. If you're new to wheelchair rugby and want to know what the sound of a puncture sounds like, big hiss. Can't miss it in wheelchair rugby. One of the support staff of the Australian development side coming on. Bit of jostling going on at, just off to the right of screen. Quick tyre change and Mike Todd has the ball again. Off to Cameron Whittaker. Whittaker, the man from Brisbane, Australia. A couple of imports that are playing in this Nationals tournament. Best 2.5 at the New Zealand Wheelchair Rugby Nationals in 2019. Off to Todd and Canterbury Chargers open up the scoring 1-0. There with Foxley, Connolly, down to Sablerjack, Cam Whittaker with the intercept. And Canterbury get the first turnover of the game. Foxley Connolly goes in, tips over, rights himself up again. And it's 2-0 early on, home side leading. Canterbury had a bit of a loss, 15-point loss to D-Sport Waikato, while the Australian development side lost the tight one by 2 to end day 1 yesterday to Auckland Rhinos. 2-1, Canterbury in the lead. Whittaker with a nice grab. Whittaker looking for Todd, down court, he drops it. Leaves it behind him, Foxley Connolly picks it up. There was Sablerjack. And Sablerjack gets around Whittaker and levels it up at 2 apiece. Now there with Whittaker. Whittaker looking high. Bit of tissue up his nose as well. Down to Jacinta Richardson, who gives us some pushes and collects it. You see Whittaker and Richardson playing well together. They struggled a little bit yesterday, and the Australian development side will still have the ball though, off a Canterbury hand. And the ball goes out.
Our daughters just text so we can hear.
Whittaker with the ball. After a couple of turnovers that went out. 40 seconds to score, so they've got plenty of time at the moment. Very strategic is wheelchair rugby. Off to Todd. And Todd scores. Foxley Connolly trying to get his mitts in the way, couldn't prevent it. 4-2, 6:21 left in the first period. Sablerjack takes one over his shoulder. Just chase going on with Richardson. Some great work on defence, but even better work from Sablerjack on attack. Does it herself. Takes it back to a 1-point margin, 4-3. Richardson with the ball. Richardson gives it a bounce and goes. Foxley Connolly just couldn't get out of the trap in time. Some great defensive work. About 90% of wheelchair rugby is played off the ball. Foxley Connolly gives it some great pushes. Good wacky-do coming in on Richardson. Then Todd and Richardson join. Still can't stop him. Foxy Connolly gets around Cody Everson, and it's 5-4. 5:41 left. Richardson, there's 3 females on court at the moment out of the 8 players. Richardson gets around Sadlerjack. Can she get round Vernon? No, and it's a turnover. Australia development could level things up. Foxy Connolly. Todd on him. Ball down to Bo Vernon. And Vernon collects it, gets a hit on the line. But a try nonetheless. 5 each. There with Whittaker. Whittaker pushing around Sadlerjack. Now with Foxy Connolly and gets there just in time. Tries in wheelchair rugby. You can see the key there in the white. And the posts must be 2 wheels, must cross that baseline. Sadlerjack down to Foxy Connolly. And he will score. Level things back up at 6 apiece. Couple of early turnovers each way, but early lead there from Canterbury. But it's try for try now. After a Sadlerjack intercept. There with Todd. Todd just waiting. Setting up with Everson. Everson left out of it. There with Whittaker, and Whittaker scores. 7-6. Pleasure to have your company, folks. Wherever you are tuned in, let us know in the comments who you're supporting, where you're tuning in from. This is loose from Todd. And Todd calls a timeout just in time. Yeah, let us know if you've got any questions or comments, folks. I will try and look through them. I am being assisted by someone on camera, doing a lovely job again. New to wheelchair rugby, the front court, back court works like basketball. If you've got possession in the front court, you can't touch in the back court. Otherwise, it's a turnover. That's the reason why they called it timeout. Whittaker has it. It's got 30 seconds on the try clock. Just over 4 minutes to play first period. Tries to crash his way. Todd trying to help. Good hole being found there. It's a good try. And the margin back to 2 for Canterbury. Big hit coming on. Jordan Jackson. Loose there from Shay Graham. And Foxley Connolly trying to chase. Backs it in. And it's a referee's error. So, bit too quick on the whistle there. So it'll stay with yellow. Last team to have possession. Now sitting there with Foxy Connolly at the back. Moving forward. Jordan Jackson there moving. Shay Graham trying to find a hole. And goes through. 8-7 now. There with Cody Everson. Good hit coming on him. He stays up on 2 wheels. Then goes up and down. Richardson with it. And a ref's call for an equipment. Looks as though two chairs might be connected together there. That might need separating. Greg Mitchell, the Canterbury coach, comes on from court. Canterbury have it with Whittaker sitting at the top of the free throw line of the basketball. Looking to see whether some holes. Good slap down there from Foxley Connolly. Graham chasing. Turnover ball here for the Australian development side. Foxley Connolly with it. Pushes off. Man from Brisbane as well. And he goes around through Richardson and Everson. And it's back to 8 apiece. And looked as though there were subs, but can't sub on a goal, on a try. So I apologise, it's 8-7. And it's come off Whittaker's chair, front of his chair, the inbound. And now the venue scoreboard's been updated to 8 apiece, like I thought it should be. Out of court, so it's another turn. Back to the Canterbury Chargers. Todd off to Whittaker at the top of his head. Reaching up. Graham on him. Shay Graham, World Wheelchair Rugby Athletes representative. Big hit from Jordan Jackson on Todd. Then to Richardson. And Richardson will score. 9-8, Canterbury back in front. There with Foxley Connolly, got 3 of the Canterbury players on him. Graham, back to double J, Jordan Jackson. And Jordan Jackson will sail over and lock things back up. 2:12 left in the first period. As Jackson's got an equipment timeout. Have a minute to fix it. No maximum number of equipment timeouts. It's a high contact sport, so punctures and wheelchairs that need fixing at times. There with Todd. Todd, ball down to Whittaker. Whittaker has Jackson on him, but it's a good pass. And makes it 10-9. Canterbury still in front. Playing well together here, the Canterbury side. A good morning to Peter Haynes, who's tuning in on the live stream. As Foxley Connolly levels things back up. Peter's a referee from Australia. His daughter's here refereeing as well. 10 apiece with just under 2 minutes to go, first period. Jackson on Whittaker. Jackson's going to force the timeout. You've got 12 seconds to get over halfway once you gain possession from an inbound. Now on about 10 looking at that. Canterbury used 2 timeouts so far. Of their 4 they're allowed. Bit of jostling going on around the court. It's Todd getting ready for the inbound. Now there with Whittaker. Whittaker throwing his shoulders and his body forward. Ian Simpson on court doing some blocking for him. Trying to mark Foxley Connolly. Whittaker looking to do it himself, is he? Can't get there. Ball over to Todd. It's off his kick bar. And it's a turnover. Jordan Jackson with it. Jackson fires it down court, and the Australian development side will hit the front for the first time in the match. 11-10 with 1 minute 20 left in the quarter. Whittaker with the ball. And a bit of fighting going on between Foxley Connolly and Whittaker. Ball down to Richardson, but Graham gets in the way of it. And picked up there by Foxley Connolly, and he makes it a 2-point ball game in the favour of the green and golds, 12-10. Whittaker has it. Just under a minute to go, first period. As Whittaker gets around Jackson, Graham coming in, can't stop him. One of the Australian low pointers is on court as well. Todd going and doing some blocking, and penalty try. A legal player leaving the court, and it's 12-11. 41 seconds left, first period. As Jackson gives it off to Graham, and Graham wearing their favourite pink shoes she was telling me last night. She wore them in Japan as well during the Asia Oceania Champs. Australia finished second, the All Blacks finished third. Both will have to rely on the last chance qualifier in March next year to qualify for Paris. Japan being the only Asia Oceania team at Paris Paralympics next year. 1 year to go for next year's Paris. We're there with Whittaker though going through. He's just going to hold up on the line and chew through some time. And try scored with 6 seconds left. 13-12 it is. There with Connolly. Can they score one more? It's loose though. And that could be the end of it. Well, there it goes. And that is the end of the first period. A seesawing one. It is the Australian development side leading 13 over Canterbury Chargers 12. We'll be back very shortly for the second period action. Welcome back, second period action. And it's the Australian development side up by 1 over Canterbury Chargers, 13-12. Foxy Connolly, going to make it a 2-point ball game. Bevin Jenkinson of Bev's Broadcasting with you for this one and all weekend. Todd juggling, throws it down to Everson, but Robin Lambert and might have just hit the front of the chair. It has. Australians looking for the turnover. But the bounce of the ball just didn't go their way. Whittaker has it. Lambert in the court for the first time, making her presence felt. Ball down as Foxley Connolly is going to leave it, and Levi Mihaka tries to bat it across in a veiled attempt. Ty Martin Page onto the court as well. Richmond Tigers supporter, even though he lives in Adelaide these days. Richmond just out of that. Melbourne and Lambert just didn't have enough space, and he's gone out, and she's gone out of court. With the ball, so turnover back to Canterbury. Just posted on the New Zealand Wheelchair Rugby broadcast the link to the New Zealand Wheelchair Rugby Give a Little page. If you have a little bit of money and willing to give to the sport, it'd be muchly appreciated. Another old face has just turned up here at the court, Scott Houston Julius, former New Zealand Wheelchair Rugby referee. So back on court, Whittaker has it. Whittaker fighting, getting Everson to do some work. Martin Page and Foxley Connolly, ball over the top, some great teamwork here. And it's a 1 point ball game, 14-13. Foxley Connolly just throws his shoulders with it. 10 seconds to bounce or pass and make sure he does that. And scores. Try for try, couple of turnovers, but nothing has been pounced on just yet. Todd has it.
Go Canterbury.
Here's a timeout there called by Cam Whittaker. Whittaker has it. Whittaker gets off the pusher there with Todd. Todd has time after Page with him. Ball over the back there to Whittaker. And Whittaker pushing off. 15-14. Landberg gets off. Whittaker. Landberg will take it back to a 2 point ball game, 16-14. Track it to an athlete. First non-binary Paralympian to win a medal, won bronze on the T34 track and field at Tokyo. And another loud miss there. Here's Foxley Connolly needing some repairs. Minute to repair those, and those wheels were designed so that they can be easily pulled out and put back in. If you can't do it in a minute, you've either got to call a 60-second timeout or a substitution. Had a substitution pulled yesterday due to a repair. Pull back in after Foxley Connolly gets his wheels fixed. Whittaker there, U40. And Levi Mihaka can't quite get there. Good defence there being shown by Foxley Connolly. Ball to Mike Top. Mike Top scores 16-15. Now ball with Bevin Landberg. Landberg's got Whittaker on it. Oh, we see
Hello, how are you?
Lloyd and Jacinta Richardson. Dylan Lloyd and Jacinta Richardson on court.
Auntie.
Lloyd gives it up to
Go,
Got a good ball. He'll fire down. Edison, the 1-pointer, getting chased. Lambert with him. And Edison wins it. 18-17. Foxley Connolly pushing. Whittaker trying to give chase. Whittaker in vain. 4:27 left.
Go, Cam.
Now they're with Whittaker. Whittaker looking. Lloyd pushing up the other way, up the other side of the court. Now with Richardson. And 4 on the key. 4 on the key being called. And the Australian players being called out. So it's Ruby Gallagher going to the bin. Yep, that is Ruby Gallagher, the 1-pointer from Tasmania, been with the development, not her first time in the development side before. This time round, I should say. Aussie Development will take on the New Zealand Development side on Tuesday in 2 matches here at Cowells Stadium. Both of those matches are live on the Facebook pages you're watching. As Whittaker goes round and pushes Lambert out, gets a penalty try for it. 19-18. Big thanks to the New Zealand supporters, the supporters and sponsors of the New Zealand Wheelchair Rugby Nationals for 2023. Correct Group Uniforms, Christchurch City Council, Lynn River, Paul Winds Foundation, Melrose Chairs, Powerfed Canterbury, Small Sports Events Fund, and all supporters of our New Zealand regional teams.
Oh, go, Cam.
As Australia's going to get the first turnover of the game, 2018, they're leading. As they go over, Foxley Connolly, 21-18 now. And another puncture. It's our 4th of the game. Bevin, Jenkinson and Commentary. Pleasure to have your company, folks, wherever you are. Let us know where you're tuning in from, who you're supporting. Any questions or comments? Try and get round to them in the stream. When I can, I can cut, I'll read them afterwards. Whittaker. Good hint there with Foxy Collie and the All Blacks captain, Nate Emerson. Takes it back to a 2-point ball game, 21-19. Ty Martin Page looking for some support. There with Foxley Connolly. Off to Martin Page. Richardson coming around court to shut him off. Does so. Back to Lambert. Robin Lambert off. And she will score 22-19. Whittaker has it. Whittaker getting off Gallagher. Up comes Foxy Connolly, the ball off, comes straight over Dylan Lloyd. Not the tallest of men. Just bounced over the top of him. And Australia Development running some substitutions. Shay Graham on court. Ellis Sablajack. And Ben Fawcett, who's trimmed his beard these days. Sablajack down to Foxley Connolly. 17 games for the All Black, for the Australian Steelers, sorry. his first appearance late in 2022.
Come on, Canterbury.
Whitaker has it.
Take it up.
Whitaker trying to get off Fox and Connolly. He lines up. Throws the ball straight to Sabadek. And Sabadek gives it back to
Come on, Canterbury.
Fox and Connolly. He'll score and it makes it a 24-19 scoreline. And Greg Mitchell, the coach for Australia, for Canterbury, sorry, calling a coach's timeout. 60-second timeout to get 2 of those per game. Second timeout.
Go, Canterbury.
So after a bit of a team talk with 2 minutes 26 left in this period.
Someone can throw to.
Ball down there from Todd to Richardson, and Richardson claims it. Graham, all 3 of the 4 Australians on them. He was Whitaker. Whitaker has Foxy Connolly on him. Now be with Todd. And it's a turnover. Foxley Connolly has it. He's pushing around. Whitaker gets a little bit of a ride with him. And now it's a 6-point ball game. 2 minutes to go. Second period. First half. And it's another turnover. These turnovers just starting to hurt Canterbury. It was a 1-goal advantage, 1-try advantage to the Australian development side at the end of the first period. And now it's a 7-1, 7 tries. And a Balcom comes in, and it's loose again. And the Australians are just helping themselves at the moment. And it's another turnover, just some loose inbounding. And substitutions coming on. Cody Everson coming onto the court. Is Mitch Simpson reeling off. That one happened, that one escaped my eyes. 1 minute 50 left in the second period. Foxley Connolly just goes back down court. 40 seconds to score, so plenty of time. Foxley Connolly goes towards the key and trying the key called against Mike Todd, sorry. So he'll sit there for either a Australian try or 1 minute of gameplay. There's another Australia with it. Here with Foxley Connolly. Then Fawcett just going to the key to try and stop Todd coming on court. Todd gets on court though after the try scored. 28-19. Australia serving their dominance at the moment in the second period. And Richardson gets another puncture. His second of the game. 5th in total for it. It's a reason why it's called murder ball originally. Punch your fix. And coach's timeout called by Australia. So they have their first 60-second timeout being used.
Right at
So
Canterbury.
we have their team talk, and then another Falcon Cameron, second one of this match. It's about the 4th in total. Falcon, if you're not sure what a Falcon is, it's when the ball smacks you in the head. Accidental or intentional. Australia back with it. Lambert going up and around and down. Down she falls.
Make it work.
And because Robin had possession of the ball and didn't call a timeout, it's a fallen player, turnover. Canterbury have got one back.
Make it work.
Just over a minute to go this first half. Second period. Richardson down to Whittaker, sits in, receives it. Leopard and Sabberjack with him. Graham in helping. It's an all-female lineup Australia running. 4 females on court. It's a turnover though, they get it. Graham with ball. First time in 13 years of watching wheelchair rugby, I've seen it. It is a mixed sport. And women hold their own in this sport as well, especially at international level. So we've got Lambert, Preacher,
Make it work.
Graham and Sabberjack on the court for Australian development. Todd, Whittaker, Simpson and Richardson on for Canterbury, and timeout called for Canterbury's last. With 23 seconds left in the first half. Australia leading 29-19 after up by 1 at the end of the first period. And leader violation called, and that's against Liliana Preacher. No player defensive or attacking can be within a metre of the inbounder. And that's what the call is there. Preacher will be there for either a Canterbury try or 1 minute of gameplay. To make the second, to get into the dying stages, to lead a Canterbury try though. We're down to 20 seconds left in this period. We've got to come moving and trying to get over half. As Sabberjack is calling an equipment timeout and gets there. No, I have. No, sorry, that's what I was telling you. So that'll be time up here at the end of the first period. Canterbury trailing 29-20 at the half-time break. Back in about 5 minutes for the second half action. Alright, welcome back to Cowells Stadium here in Christchurch, Otitahi, for third period of game 3, first game of day 2. Canterbury Chargers trailing 29-20 at the moment. Richardson winding up, and on the key, going against Shea Graham. Cameron Whittaker giving some positive support out. She'll be there for a minute or 1 minute of game time, or it's going to be try. There's Ants Carter on the court for the first time today. There was Richardson.
Go, Canterbury, make it work.
Richardson going round, and Canterbury leading. Get the first try of the third period, 29-21. Martin Page gives it to Graham. Lambert and Jordan Jackson on court for the Australian development side. Jackson's the one that receives it. Jackson asking his teammates to do some defensive work. He crashes into the key. Ball up and over. Can it sit there for time? Martin Page? No, it won't. No try. And it'll be back with Canterbury Chargers, the home side. Whittaker, the man from Brisbane, helping out the Canterbury team. Making his way. Ball down. Everson sits and waits. Taps it to himself. Graham there working. Whittaker coming in, helping out Cody Everson. Richardson, the player from Otago. Ball up and over to Whittaker, but it's a bit of miscommunication, and Lambert's going to let that go. It'll be Australian ball. Great to have the Australian development side here, as well as a few of the other Australian players playing for regional teams. Jacinta Richardson and Sam Fitness went over and played in the Australian Nationals. So great to have it returned. Lambert though scores one himself for the third period. Come on. There with Whittaker, good wacky do on with Jackson. Ball down to Jenkinson, the 1-pointer. Gives it off to Richardson. There's Martin Page, but Martin Page is not going to win that. And Richardson, the 3.5 scores, 30-22. Lambert making her way up, one bronze in the T34 100 metres at Tokyo Paralympics. Lambert going round, gets off Whittaker, gives it to Graham. Graham off to Jackson, and Jackson will score. Takes it back to the half-time margin of 9. 31-22. Richardson going backwards, getting off Lambert, but Lambert's still with her. Lambert pushing, Richardson pushing as well. Got to get it over half, and it's 12-second violation. So the Australian ball. Richardson tried to pull the timeout. They've also used all their timeouts as well, so it would have been a turnover anyway. As Lambert takes it unmarked. In the margin now, double figures. 32-22. 5 minutes 30 left, third period. Off there to Graham, and it was Ants Carter's inbound straight to Graham. And Graham says, "Thank you very much." Whittaker asking Carter to do some blocking. Graham in as well as Jackson there. Graham getting her arm up to prevent it. Long ball from Whittaker. Had to be thrown though. And it's going to be Everson. And Lambert's just going to let that go. Martin Page lives in Adelaide, originally from Melbourne though. Richmond Tigers AFL supporter.
Keep them out.
As Lambert pushes, goes through. And Everson can't stop him. Everson, a former rugby union player, used to play with the likes of Anton Leonard-Brown and Damien McKenzie, current All Blacks. Reckons he was faster than them both as well in his day. Ball from Whittaker, had to be thrown, and Graham will say, we'll pick it up, right on the baseline there, off to Lambert. The Australians are just gelling well at the moment. Canterbury did well to keep it to 1 at the end of the first period, but they're running away with it at the moment, 35-22. Everson off to Richardson. Richardson sits shadowed there by Lambert. And Richardson trying to go through Jackson and gets there with Whittaker in the front. Good team try that one. Australia running a full substitution rollout. Bowden, Foxley, Connolly on court. Ella Sadler-Jack, Liliana Pritchard, and Bo Vernon. Vernon used to coach the Leongatha Parrots AFL side and got that position to develop his wheelchair rugby skills. Lives in Melbourne, of course, with an AFL background. Toddy. Like Todd looking. He's got a smile on his face. He often does. Parents are here in attendance as well. And that's my top score, 35-24. 3.5 to go, third period. Foxley Connolly has it, trying to use that baseline, does to get round Todd. And a strong push, Everson's not going to stop him there. A good morning to Phil Spring, who's watching, as well as David Dewhurst. David Dewhurst was supposed to be the Canterbury coach, but injured himself and was unable to make the trip. Phil Spring, older player, more experienced player I should say, Phil, I'll call you, more experienced player. 37-24 now. Great to have you company, folks, wherever you are. I see Leo Hoffman's tuning in as well, playing for D Sport Waikato later on. That game coming up at 11:30. As Mike Todd has it, he'll bunt it and it goes straight to Vernon, does it? Or has Richardson picked it up? He has. She has, sorry. Down to Everson, who's going backwards. And Everson does well. And Everson gets the try. work, some great patience being shown there by Cody Everson. And with 2.5 to go, it's 37-25. Foxy Connolly making it look easy for the Australian development side. As Ants Carter gives it, it's come straight to Foxley Connolly on a bit of a bounce. And they're just getting turnover after turnover at the moment. It's a well-stacked Australian development side. This is that has come across the ditch. Connolly's played 13 matches for the Australian Steelers side, and as they get another turnover through Sandra Jack. She's made 20 appearances, and also seen Shay Graham, who's made 66 appearances for the Australian side. Ben Fawcett though, 179 for the top Australian side. 40-25 now, just over 2 to go, and therefore Foxy Connolly and the Canterbury side are just struggling at the inbound. And Jacinta gets her third puncture of the game, the 7th timeout, the 7th puncture I should say. Some substitutions coming on. Ants Carter making way for Dylan Lloyd. Parafeed Youth. Another puncture being shown there by Jacinta. It's high contact, and you can see Bo Vernon just to the right of screen there, and Cody Everson. They have what's called a pick bar, and that's what helps them to trap players, just like they've done to Jacinta again off screen. Lloyd throwing, finds Todd. Todd off to Everson. Everson there, Richardson still picked. But it's a 3-on-2 situation for Canterbury. And the ball is batted down court. Jack picks it up and throws. And picked up there by Foxy Connolly, had to juggle it. And it's loose, but Foxy Connolly regathers. Jack's got a good smile on her face as well. And try scored, 42-25. And Jacinta Richardson having to call inbounder as she was picked. The players that have trapped her, they have to let her go. There's Lloyd on the inbound. Good hits coming in from Jack and Foxy Connolly. Gets the ball released to Todd. Todd throws it, and Everson's gone the wrong way. Two Canterbury players, but hey, we all make mistakes. Also wheel flicks those two. Ball there to Jack from Christchurch. Ball down there to Foxy Connolly. Ball is loose, but no one with it other than Foxy Connolly. Todd giving chase. Foxy Connolly wins it. great to have Sam Van Hullemond watching. Sam Van Hullemond happens to be the nephew of me, my nephew. Sam, this is in Christchurch, this tournament. Somewhere where Uncle Scott is living. Also great to see Christina McCulloch tuning in as well, supporting Australia. Sorry Christina, I'm not sure who Scotty is. I'll have to find that out and use that in commentary. 44-25. Dylan Lloyd with the ball. Lloyd, just out of the reach of Mike Todd. Little fact for you about Bev's broadcasting and my nephews, Sam and Will, are the twins. Carter the youngest one, but Sam and Will were just starting to play rugby as I was setting up Bev's broadcasting, and it was their rugby that I did my first ever live stream off. As this one is loose, Richardson and Everson fighting. Richardson's got it, off Todd, off Everson, and it'll be Australian ball. And used to use actually some of their games, junior rugby games, just to trial some stuff when I was learning the art of live streaming. Useless piece of information. It's we're nearing the end of the third quarter here. And Foxley Connolly scores, makes it 46-25 with 5 seconds to go. Third period. Todd's going to run out of time though, he's going to hit it. But that will be the end of the third period. Welcome back, fourth period action here. It is starting to blow out a bit. It is the Australian development side, 46-25. They led by 1 at the end of a very tight first period, but it has all been one-way traffic, and that'll be the way the fourth period starts, 47-25. Scotty is Jaden Jackson, cool as. I was calling him Double J yesterday. Thank you for that, Christina. I will add that one to my notes, if I'm allowed. Good to have all that sort of information when you're commentating. Shay Graham with the ball after that turnover. Foxy Connolly juggles. Is it going to be Everson? Is it going to be Double J? It's going to be Shay Graham with the ball. And she'll call timeout. She just started to go over the baseline there. I believe that's Australia's second timeout that they've used. Going back to Scotty, Jordan Jackson. Now some pushes coming in from Foxley Connolly. Foxley Connolly will score 2-0 in the fourth quarter to the Australians. 48-25. There with Muraka. Muraka having to juggle it a little bit himself. Off to Mike Todd. And Jordan Jackson, Double J, Scotty, whatever you want to call him. Backs it out of court. It'll still be with Canterbury though. Levi Mihaka. Out to do the inbound to Cameron Whitaker. Todd and Everson on for Canterbury. Charges for the Australian team. It's Ruby Gallagher. Braden Foxy Connolly. Shay Graham with the ball and Jordan Jackson. And it's turnover again. 49-25. Apologies folks, I've just had to go behind camera as my camera operator's been called out to something else. So I'll do camera and commentary, but not the scoreboard. Whitaker has it. Whitaker looking for Todd. Todd juggling it. He just lifts it over the top. Finds Gallagher though. Gallagher looking for some Australian support. There with Foxley Connolly. Foxley Connolly looking for some space. Foxley Connolly goes through and makes it 50-25. 6 minutes 20 left in this match. There with Todd. Todd's got Whittaker high. Throws it to Whittaker. And Whittaker has it. And Whittaker will score the first one for Canterbury in this period. 50-26. There with Jordan Jackson. And Jackson will score. Makes it 51-26 with just over 6 minutes to go. Mihaka finding some support with Whittaker. Mihaka throwing it down court and gives it off to Foxley Connolly. That will double the margin again, 52-26. New series of Unbreakable coming up in May 2024, I hear. Levi Mihaka part of that. Documentary series about different people and their lifestyle with disabilities. Levi telling me, as he's rooming with me, really enjoyed the experience. And this one's come off Australia, so it'll stay with Canterbury. Todd finding some support.
Go Canterbury. Good work, Cody.
And gives it off to Whittaker. And Whittaker, they scored 2 in a row, Canterbury. Yeah, I do also apologise to Christina. I realised I've been calling him Jordan Jackson, not Jaden Jackson. Just had that one corrected for me. I do realise that you're writing Jaden Jackson too. There with Todd. Todd's got Mihaka across court. Mihaka picks it up, gives it off to Todd. Todd reaches it and grabs it. And an equipment called as Braden Foxley Connolly needing some running repairs. Change of the axle in the chair. It's about the 8th puncture we've had in this match. You can go a game without punctures because of its physicality and everything. But, you know, you can have games like this where it's just often. You got it, Cam. You got it. There with Cameron Whittaker asking for a reset of the clock. He did get it. 4 minutes 38 left on the game clock. Pleasure to have your company, folks. Wherever you are tuned in, Bevin Jenkinson of Bev's Broadcasting as Todd makes it 53-28. If you're in the area, folks, please do come on down at Cowells Stadium in Aranui, Christchurch. It's free entry. We're here tomorrow as well. Here Tuesday 2 with the Australian Development versus New Zealand Development games. If you can't make it though, you have the pleasure of me being in commentary. 54-28. There with Everson. Now Mihaka. Mihaka fires it down, finds Soxley Connolly though. It's bread and butter stuff for him. It's at 55-28. Australian Development playing at these nationals, and as I've just said, playing against the New Zealand Development side. New Zealand Development side, they've chosen another Falcon coming in, the third of the game, fifth of the tournament. And Cody Everson has it. There's Whittaker now trying to make his way round. And no try as the 40-second clock had run out, expired. We've got 40 seconds to score a try, and the Canterbury just weren't able to. As it expired, and so no try, and the Canterbury will have the ball from the side. The New Zealand team will head over to Melbourne in November for games against the Australian Development side to help build their depth in the game here. Give a little link to the New Zealand Wheelchair Rugby page. If you're able to donate some funds, please head to that link and do so. But don't feel obliged to either, folks. Helps the development of players here, gets our national teams out and more exposure to high-level wheelchair rugby, and more development in the game as well. New Zealand Wheelchair Rugby is a registered charity, so doesn't gain funds from it, and runs by volunteers. Also, a big thanks to supporters and sponsors of the New Zealand Wheelchair Rugby 2023 Nationals. Direct Group Uniforms, Christchurch City Council, Lynn River, Four Winds Foundation. There's a big battle going on. Lambert gets it off to Sadler Jack. Four Winds Foundation, Melrose Chairs, Parafed Canterbury, Small Sports Events Fund, and all the supporters of our New Zealand regional teams. 56-28, 3:05 left in this game. Coming up at 11:30, we'll have D-Sport Waikato taking on Auckland Rhinos. Both teams with wins yesterday. Richardson off to Whittaker. And Whittaker makes it 56-29. Yeah, that's pretty much been the case there, David Dewhurst. Just little errors that the Canterbury team has made, and the Australians just haven't made them and have capitalised and forced the turnovers. 57-29. Richardson looking, backs out of it. Sadler Jack with her. Todd going in, helping, can't. Jordan Jackson, double J, and there's a reach coming in. And it's a reach coming on Ella Sadler Jack. So she'll spend a minute or a try for Canterbury. There with Whittaker. Whittaker's just going to eat up some time with the player advantage. Well, Ian Simpson will set up to try and block Sablajack. Sablajack will call inbound. Great work there by Ian Simpson. Forcing the inbound from Sablajack. Now there with Lambert pushing, getting off Richardson. Jordan Jackson's going to make sure Richardson can't do anything. $58-30. Just under 2 minutes to go. 11:30 we'll have Auckland Rhinos taking on D-Sport Waikato. That game will be live on a separate link. And Richardson has got 20 to score. Richardson near the halfway line, gives it up to Todd. 10 seconds to score. Now there with Richardson. Richardson ball over to Whittaker. It's a Falcon. It's come off. Lambert and Canterbury's going to have 3 seconds to score. Falcons all over the place at the moment. It's about the 5th in the game. And it's out. And it's Australian ball. Jordan Jackson down to Ty Martin Page. Now back to Sablajack. They're just working well, these four. Sablajack, Martin Page, Jordan Jackson and Lambert. The Canterbury side, it is Ian Simpson, Cam Whittaker, Jacinta Richardson and Mike Todd. 59-30. And Jacinta claws one back. 59-31, just over a minute to play. Just try for try in these dying stages of the game. Australia development have just been too clinical, too classy for the home side. Other games today coming up on the live stream, 2 p.m. D-Sport Waikato backing up, taking on the Australian development side, and to finish at 3:30, Auckland taking on Canterbury to finish off day 2. Those last 2 games will be on the one link though, just due to the time difference between the games. And Sablajack makes it 32-61. Todd has it. Todd working, getting Richardson and Simpson to do some work. Todd turns back, 10 seconds left. Lambert coughs it up, gets it though. There was Squiddy. And Jordan Jackson will score with 0.6 of a second left. 32-62. Canterbury have done well in this last period, but it has all been Australian development side. They won this one. 62-32. Shake hands time. They'll be pretty pleased with their performance. Canterbury, they've got things that they can be proud of, but they just need to get things to click. They've gone 0-2 though. And that'll be it until 11:30 in just over an hour's time. We'll be bringing you D-Sport Waikato taking on Auckland Rhinos. That live on another link, folks. Till then, ka kite anō.